Hello again.
Do you have any advice for me?
Watch the treasury carefully, with that Sarah present.
You think she's here to rob us?
Possibly not, but I would hardly put it past her.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Controlled space. Help.
It's just what I am.
Again. Again. Come on! This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen. Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
All right.
There we go. Oh, yeah. Damn demon. Who's stuck in the fade, huh?
So we're working out your fear with a stick.
Less talking, more hitting. Piece of feed, piece of crap! And who killed you? That's right, Iron fucking Bull! I needed that. Thanks, boss.
And that works for you?
Yep.
All right, then.
Sarah was never an agreeable girl. Her tongue tells tales of rebellion, but she was so fast and quick with her bow. No one
Inquisitor.
knew where she came from. Sarah was never quite the quietest girl. Her attacks are loud and they're joyous.
Sitting and waiting.
But she
Great,
knew
yeah?
the ways of nobler men, and she knew how to enrage them. She would always
I'll be back
like
if I
to
need
say,
you.
why
Go
change
on.
the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her way. She's a rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the
The
past
left
when
hand
you can
remembers a
own this
knife
day?
slipped to her in the
Today
darkness
she will fight to
and
keep
wonders
her
why
way.
the flower
She's a rogue
blooms.
and a thief and she'll tempt your fate.
I'll talk to you later.
Sarah was never
Yes.
quite the wealthiest girl. Some say she lives in a tavern, but she was so sharp and quick with a bow. Arrows strike like a dragon. Sarah was never quite the gentlest girl. Her eyes were sharp like a razor, but she knew the ways of commoner men, and she knew just how to use them. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day? Today she will fight to keep her way. She's a rogue and a thief and she'll tempt your fate. She would always like to say, why change the past when you can own this day?
Yes?
Is there anything I should know?
Many of our recruits viewed the Grey Wardens as heroes. Blackwall's presence is helpful. Knowing there's one warden immune to corruption has given people hope. Corypheus's grasp is not inescapable.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Hello.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shira.
I should go.
Naturally.
I didn't get the chance to say so earlier, but welcome back to Skyhold. After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good to stand on solid ground again, no? I'm thankful to be back. No one should enter the Fade physically.
And you've done it twice now. Shall I count you fortunate or unfortunate?
I'll leave you to your work.
Something you wanted to talk about? Carry on.
Your worship. Master Solus asked that, did he?
He said it was at your convenience, my lady.
No, I'll see to it right away. His hunches are usually correct.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise.
Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevada instead of Tevinter.
What course of action would you take if you were in my place?
Strained as their relationship with Orle is, I would assist the Imperium. Their friendship is difficult to win, and Marcus is a fading power. Tevinter is the longer, richer gain.
Tell the Archon the Inquisition will do Tevinter the favor of wiping out the Venatori on its borders.
Very good, Inquisitor. We'll inform him at once.
With an elluvian, Corifeus could cross into the Fade in the flesh.
Indeed, the Inquisitor can attest that these artifacts still work if one knows how to use them.
What happens when Corifeus enters the Fade?
Why, he will gain his heart's desire and take the power of a god. Or, and this is more likely, the lunatic will unleash forces that tear the world apart.
I won't allow it. I can't.
Indeed, should Corifeus succeed, do not doubt you would be first to feel his holy wrath.
Pardon me, but does this mean everything's lost unless we get to the Elluvian before him?
Corifeus has a head start, no matter how quickly our army moves.
We should gather our allies before we march.
Can we wait for them? We should send our spies ahead to the Arbor Wilds.
Without support from the soldiers, you'd lose half of them.
Then what should we do?
You overcome it. All three of you together. Josephine, have our allies send scouts to meet us in the wilds. Leliana, your fastest agents will join them. Together, we'll have enough spies to slow down Corifeus's army until Cullen's soldiers arrive.
Such confidence, but the Arbor Wilds are not so kind to visitors. Old elven magic lingers in those woods.
We'd be remiss to not take advantage of your knowledge, Lady Morgan. Please, lend us your expertise.
'Tis why I came here, although it is good to see its value recognized.
Any further instructions, Inquisitor?
The Inquisition began as a handful of soldiers. Thanks to you, we're now a force that will topple a self-proclaimed god. I could ask for no finer counsel, no better guidance.
I speak for all of us when I answer. We could ask for no finer cause.
We'll hound Corifeus in the wilds before he can find the temple or this elluvian.
Inquisitor,
How goes the battle, Captain?
the Red Templars fall beneath our blades, your worship. Commander Cullen says they're nearly finished. Our scouts saw Corifeus traveling towards an elven ruin to the north. We can clear you a path through his armies.
Do only what you must. We need enough people for a celebration when we get back to Skyhold.
We will not fail you, my lady, no matter what comes. Andraste guide you, Inquisitor.
I wonder, is it Andraste your soldiers invoke during battle, or does a more immediate name come to their lips?
Another way to let people down if I falter. Thank you for the reminder.
'Twas not I who raised an army of faithful to storm this land, Inquisitor. But I digress. If your scouts report accurately, I believe these ruins to be the Temple of Mathal.
Which is?
A place of worship out of elven legend. If Corifeus seeks it, then the elluvian he covets lies within. Let us hope we reach this temple before the entire forest is reduced to ash.
We'll make good use of it. Lord Lamarche, we thank Orlais for its swift and steady friendship.
It's to our elven nobility your thanks should be directed. Marquis Briala insisted His Majesty help the Inquisition. As you know, he values her advice immensely.
Without it, Orlais would face Corifeus on its own soil. This battleground is preferable, no?
Doubtless.
Inquisitor, I hear this elluvian lies in a temple nearby. That's where the fighting will be worst. Andraste, keep you safe.
Move everyone immediately if the fighting comes closer.
You may count. Good luck.
You've put together an impressive army, Inquisitor.
You're dressed for battle.
The Herald of Andraste does the fray. I could hardly stay at home.
Should you risk yourself in battle, Marquise Briala?
It's safer here with the Red Templars than home with Orlesian nobles eyeing my back. It would be refreshing to see the blade coming. Sound the charge, Inquisitor, and we'll show Corifeus what comes of interfering in the affairs of Orlais.
Now that's a view. Get your blood going.
If the soldiers aren't careful with their fires, they'll do Corifeus's work for him.
I hope you're right about this temple, Morrigan. I could use a building or two.
Do the woods discomfort you, Pavos?
It's mostly the people trying to cut our heads off that manage that.
As the sun renews itself, so must the faithful. Andraste, help me.
Marquis Briala and her bodyguard are just down the hill, Inquisitor. They wish to join you for the last push.
Those were Grey Wardens. They must be the last of those enslaved at Adamant.
That or you got another set of wardens pissed at you somehow. Templars fall!
For the Herald! For Haven and the Divine!
There, ahead. An entire camp of Red Templars.
Watch yourself! Archers on the wall!
They didn't look Dalish.
It seems this temple of Mythal is not deserted after all.
Perhaps these creatures are the reason few return from the Arbor Wilds.
keeping them at bay. Follow the river to the temple.
There. That must be the Temple of Mythal.
Be ready. Corypheus will be there.
I hear fighting ahead.
Namilana Sobanale.
The wretch mocks you, master.
These are but remnants. They will not keep us from the Well of Sorrows.
Well of Sorrows?
Be honored. Witness death at the hands of a new god.
It cannot be!
Across the bridge, now!
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corifeus interferes.
If he's here for a mirror, why'd Corifeus say he wants a well of sorrows?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could elluvian translate into well of sorrows?
No. It seems an elluvian is not the prize Corifeus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corifeus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corifeus's people do. I want to know how Corifeus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
Then Corifeus can't really die.
We'll find a way to stop him once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corifeus they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. I see the Venatori have already encountered the temple's guardians.
Charming. My countrymen don't make friends easily, do they?
Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mathal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
My clan set statues of the dread wolf outside our camp. They're meant to frighten harmful spirits.
Perhaps. I thought the ancient elves above quaint superstitions.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
We can send for historians once peace is brought to this forest.
The inhabitants of this temple may not appreciate guests.
It's sealed.
Corifeus's lackeys managed to open it. Perhaps the altar holds a clue. The Temple of Mithal, constructed in an age when elves, not men, dominated this land.
Before the Imperium destroyed it.
They believed Mithal a goddess of justice. Elves came here to request judgment, after they proved their worth. It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much.
Atishol vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mithal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Not much of a lock if all you do is step on it.
'Tis a ritual, not a barred door. There is more here than earthly treasure.
Don't let them pass!
Come on, we might catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
You forget that army fighting for us out there? Longer we play around, the more Inquisition soldiers die. There's a hole. Jump in.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corifeus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way. Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
There. The ritual is complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
There. Everything is lit.
Come, let us see if the doors have opened.